Okay, here we go. We're live here, Comic Book Shopping Network, and around the interwebs, YouTube, and so on as well, guys. It is Comic Book Shopping Network. It is the Doghouse tonight, but is just a special sort of hangout this evening. If you're watching and you want to join us live, you are welcome to do so. Just hit me up. We're just going to kind of chit chat about comics and movies and who ever knows what else. We're also going to do our critter raffle for the campaign. You're looking at the art for part of the campaign. Wherever you are watching, the link to the campaign is in the description. So go click the link, check out the campaign. We're going to give you a little while to pledge to the campaign before we do the raffle. You cannot win if you are not a backer. Okay? You understand? You cannot win if you are not a backer. What's up, everybody? I am here, and so is a co-host extraordinaire, Johnny. We have all kinds of people hanging out. Trish is here. Freddie's here. Alan is here. What's going on? I don't know who this is. Facebook user. Do me a favor. StreamYard.com/Facebook. It'll allow the systems to talk to each other, and that way we'll be able to see who you are, just like this. Once you do it, just close the browser, and then you'll have to come back into the video, and it sort of resets everything. Hope is here. What's going on, guys? So we're just going to chit-chat tonight, guys. We're going to tell you about BDI stuff that's happening, that's in the works. We're going to talk about the campaign. We are going to do the raffle later on.
Raffle!
Yep. So the raffle, we'll put this up here. The raffle is part of, stretch goal number 3, everybody. Stretch goal number 3 right there. Everybody who is a backer for the campaign is going to get one of those line art trading cards as part of a set that we've been doing for a little while now. And you got another one, Jose Luis and the vampire critter known as Nosferatu. You're going to get that trading card automatically. Pledge for the campaign, you're going to get it. But tonight we're also going to do a raffle for 9 copies of that image with all the blue line and everything as an artist edition cover that you'll only be able to get if you win the raffle, just like we did last time. Yep. We're making 10 of these. One of them goes in the BDI archive. The other 9 are available for you guys. But you got to be a backer in order to win. All right. The panel happened at 9:00. We just did it. I just finished it. So that's why we are here now. That was over on Niall Scala's channel, Pop XP. You guys can go see that over there. I was over there with Madeline and the Boston Metaphysical Society and her book. So we did that for about an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Madeline's a sweetheart.
Yeah, you guys are welcome to watch that back anytime you like. I have messages from people. What's happening here? Okay, good. I have good messages.
That's prefer that to the other.
Yeah, good artist messages. So anyway, guys, the image that you see is going to be produced as a cover, a line art cover. And then it'll be, we're going to do 9 of them to give away tonight. Okay. So that's what's happening there. We have unlocked 4 stretch goals now. The first is Iron Butterfly, the Bunley Young 5-inch magnet, to continue his Chibi-verse that he's been doing for us. So that is unlocked. The second one is Cricket. Again,
love that one.
Yep, I love it myself. It's fantastic. That is stretch goal number 2. That is unlocked. That is a free item for you guys. Of course, stretch goal number 3 is the trading card you just saw. And today we have unlocked stretch goal number 4, which is Terry Parr, who's doing the pillow fight cover.
Yep.
He is going to do a new pinup that will be added into the book itself. So that's just sample art for him that he did. You guys now over on the campaign, on that stretch goal number 4 update, you get to vote on the character that he is going to draw. So we're going to leave the voting open through Sunday, and then once Sunday is finished, we'll tally it all up and he'll get started, and we'll be able to show it to you before the campaign's over. But then that will be added into the book, just like the last issue that we did. We had the Ryan Kincaid pinup. We're going to have another pinup added into the book here. And there are, of course, more stretch goals to come, but we have done those 4.
So if it matters to you, get your vote in.
That's right. That's right.
Back
That's
for
right.
a chance to win the raffle, and back so you can get your vote in for the pinup.
That's correct. That's correct. And to get all the magnets and
all the
bonus,
goodies, exactly,
all the bonus
the fun
things.
stuff.
Yeah. So if you guys have questions for us tonight, just hit us whenever you want. I'm just going to tell you about some things that are going on, and then Shawnee and I will just riff like we normally do.
Oh Lord, no pressure.
So the big step 1 is Chuck has finally finished Ursa Minor Colors. At long last. His hellish last year put him so far behind, but he is finally finished. It is currently being lettered right now. HE is doing the letters. We'll probably have those towards the end of the week, maybe the weekend. As soon as that's done, I will build it all up for you and send out all of the digital files to everybody so that you guys can see this book if you want to. I know not everybody, some people wait for the book, but if you want we just got it. Oh, Freddie just apparently voted.
Go Freddie.
And Freddie has voted for Schoolgirl. So anyway, as soon as it's all done, I will build the digital file for you for that issue. We will send out all of the digital files that people have ordered, and then it'll be off to print, and we'll get you more updates once it's at the printer and we know how that's going. Also, Princesses versus Zombies is wrapping up.
Nice.
And so as soon as HD is done with Ursa Minor, he goes right on to lettering Princesses versus Zombies. So Ursa and Princesses versus Zombies are going to ship at the same time, because they're going to go to the printer at the same time. We're just going to ship them at the same time. They're going to get it all done at the same time. What's up, Greg? And yeah, so far, yes. So far, the voting is predominantly just for Critter. Everyone just wants the Critter cover or pinup or whatever, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. You guys choose.
Steampunk Critter, because I'm a big steampunk fan. So I voted my conscience.
Yep. But again, you have through Sunday, so there's plenty of time to alter the vote if you decide you want to try.
And it has happened in the past too. People are like, all of a sudden, whoosh.
Carlos, what's going on? Yeah. So Ursa and Princesses are done going to the printer.
Yay.
Iron Butterfly, we will have probably early next week. There was a glitch in the matrix at the printer, but they have solved their glitch in the matrix. And they're supposed to be shipping like today or tomorrow. So we'll have them sometime around next week. I will power through those things and have them done within a couple of days. Iron Butterfly will be going out the door to you guys next week. Vote is for this.
Pinup. Yep.
For the stretch goal, Greg. Go over to Kickstarter and look at the update, and then you can cast your vote. All right.
That is one of the nice things about, just in general too, for the Critterverse, for the Iron Butterfly being a little easier for you as a one-man band. So it's not 20 gazillion different covers that you're having to try and get out.
Say that again, because you froze out on me.
Oh, okay.
And at the same time, I was getting messages from other people.
I figured you didn't freeze up on me, so yeah, I was just saying that's one of the benefits of the smaller campaign, is that it's easier for you as a one-man band to be able to get that out all at one fell swoop, as rather than having 20,000 different covers.
Yeah, we had like 100 backers for Iron Butterfly, so it'll go it'll only take me a few days, and I'll have all that done. So
nice.
Yeah.
And then we get some extra fun goodies while we wait for Ursa and Princess.
That's right. Yeah. Trish, we're hanging out. We're right here. We're hanging out with you. And then I'll also tell you that Critter is almost done. Headwind is finishing the colors on volume 22, issue 22. And so that will be wrapping hopefully quicker than later. But it's underway. He's rolling on it. And we'll have that for you, hopefully shipping in May without any problem. And then we'll be rolling on into other things.
Yep.
So that's your update, guys. That's the totality of the update. Anybody got any questions about any of that stuff?
No, I'm just
we're
excited.
happy.
I'm
We're happy to tell you what the hell's going on when we can. And then, of course, in June, it's National Drive-In Day, Skateboard Day, and Catnip Awareness Day. And we're getting that script is already done, written, so it is going to the artist to be drawn. And it appears Greg has just voted now. It appears that Mr. Narcio Sousa is going to be drawing that entire book for us.
Really?
So yes,
Wow.
indeed.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. And
quite
Greg has voted for rookie. So yeah. So and Narcio, for those that don't know, he's done interiors before. He does interiors for a book called Lunar Smoke. I'm not sure if he's done anything else, but I know he's done that one. So this will be the first time that he's doing interiors for us. So we get to kind of give him a little a test drive on what we do on our interiors and how he works from a script for us. And
I
so
like
on.
Lunar Smoke. It's fun. So
Yeah, and we'll see if that could be something that we do, more of in the future.
I have to laugh because I found Lunar Smoke and then I saw his name. I said, I know that name.
I know that guy.
I know that guy. So it was kind of fun to have the thing. I was like,
I was the same way, except I had already found him.
Right.
But then I got the book and I was like, wait a minute. I bought the book just because I didn't, I had no puzzle pieces were working at that rate. And then I got the book and I was like, wait a minute, I know what this is already.
Yeah, I was ready to vote. I was like, this looks really cool. I'll get it. And all of a sudden looking through the artist, I'm like, hey. So
yeah.
Great minds. Yeah.
So that's that. Yeah.
So Mike, the choices are critter, rookie, starlet, schoolgirl, or steampunk critter.
Yes.
Somebody was asking. So yeah. So just FYI.
Yes. If you go to the post, they're all listed in there.
Yep. It's the latest update.
You can cast your thing, cast your vote. Share us out because we're just it's all just nonsense tonight. We may have guests pop in. I have sent out invites. Anybody else that's watching, if you want to come on and just chit chat with us, feel free. If you want to bring a nerd war, I'm ready for your nerd war. Whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. If you want nerd wars, I'm somebody have a nerd war with Tom. I'll moderate.
Happy to do that. What's funny is somebody, who was it? Who the hell was it? Oh, it was Chad. Chad posted on Facebook the other day. He was just joking around. He's like, hey, good morning. What are we arguing about today? People were posting a whole bunch of stuff. And I came in there and I was like, Andrew Garfield is the best Peter Parker Spider-Man. Fully expecting just, to blow it up. And everybody replied to me like, yeah, we all know that? Like, yeah. And we were like, wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to be arguing about these things. Like, what has happened? Like, maybe this has become the actual public consciousness that Andrew is the best.
Tom entered an alternate reality. So
I must have. Maybe I got raptured and I don't even know it. Maybe this is heaven where Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man. Yeah.
No, because if this was heaven, then poor Chuck wouldn't have had his year from hell.
Well, but that was last year. Now everything's better. You see,
it is better, but
yeah.
Printers would not have glitches.
And I'll tell you, I even watched his movies just not long ago because they're on Netflix now. If you guys have not seen the Amazing Spider-Man movies, and I was immediately like, oh yeah, this is way better than these other guys. Like him, not just him, but him and Emma Stone. Like they're perfect. They're ideal. They're better than Toby and
not that Tom is an Emma Stone fan or anything like that. So.
No, not at all. Well, see, what's funny is I always thought Emma Stone should have been Mary Jane because she's got the red hair. So it was really funny to get Kirsten Dunst who is a blonde turned red as Mary Jane, and then Emma Stone is a red turned blonde. For it was a very strange crossover, but
They made it
they
work.
were great. They were great. They were perfect. So, yep, that's it. That's it. It's official now.
Tom said perfect. High praise.
Yeah. The movies were not perfect. But they were.
True. Good point. Good point.
They were.
Good clarification. Okay. Important. Because you can't ruin your reputation of, Tom hates.
Yeah. I still have to hate some part of it,
Exactly.
But they were perfect. So yeah. So there was that. Watched a few shark movies. It's funny because now there's still a whole bunch of shark movies coming out this year, like new stuff. And so now people are just dropping me links on my page. Like I get, they dropped the new one for Netflix that's coming out. I think it's just called Under Paris or something, where sharks get into the canals or whatever. But it's an Italian movie apparently because it's all subtitled. I was like, well, that's
Different.
interesting. But I mean, it looks like every other crappy shark movie. So I don't know that. I don't know that they've done anything particularly special. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of shark movies. Just trying to maintain, because I'm about to go back heavily into writing from the water. So I've been doing a lot of stuff. Like I've been all over the place with writing, but now that a lot of it's kind of cleaned up, I can get back to focusing on that a little heavier. We watched called What? No, see, here's the thing. I wouldn't rock nerd trivia because only because I don't know really modern stuff. You know what I mean? Like 90s back, I can probably do pretty well. But when you start to talk about 2000s forward, I don't. I like if they were started to ask Game of Thrones stuff, I'd be like, I don't know what is that? Like, I don't know. I can't help you with that. So no, I don't think that I would, because it would be too current. But if they had like an 80s night, I would crush everybody there. Dominate.
Tom would dominate, yes.
Yeah. I've been challenged before by these upstart millennials and so on, at trivia night and so on, Star Wars trivia and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, if you really want, we can do that. We can do that for you.
Don't come crying.
Again, I don't want to hear about Bad Batch and Clone Wars and Rebels. I want to talk about Star Wars back here, real Star Wars. And we'll smoke you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm back. So and this came in too, which was funny. They put out, if you guys are into soundtracks and stuff, Entrada does really great soundtracks, and this is the like 2-disc, like everything John Williams ever did for the movie on there, including stuff that's not in the movie. Because because there's stuff on here. He actually, so like when Quint dies, spoiler alert, when Quint dies, there's no music. It's just the water and the waves and the wind and him getting chomped on. But John Williams did actually make a score for that. So there is actually music for it. They just didn't use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's stuff in here that's not even in the movie. So I was like super excited that this thing came out. Cause I'm a big fan of that soundtrack. But the regular, the basic soundtrack
you're a
has
big
like
fan of soundtracks to begin with. I mean, you really do enjoy them. So.
Oh yeah. I'm a collector of all of that stuff. And it's great. I use it for, and thanks, shout out to Jeff Pena. He's also a big soundtrack collector. So a few years ago when I was out there and I was staying with him for a bit, he just went into his collection and just like burned it and was like, here you go. And I'm like, holy shit, man, this is a lot of stuff. Like, oh my God. Now half of it I haven't even listened to because I'm not going to listen to it because he likes a lot of stuff that I'm just like, this is not for me. But he had a lot of great stuff.
A little eclectic.
Yeah, but he still had a lot of great, and he was the same way because I was like, well, I'm happy to let you burn my stuff too, because I had a bunch of stuff, and he was like, yeah, this. No, I don't want that. Yes, this. No, put that away. So
there's no shame in knowing what you like.
Of course. So I really appreciated that, and so now I've got all of my stuff plus his catalog, And so, when I go in and I write, because I go into the library now to write, because I have to take myself out of the house. I have to
Yeah.
treat it like, I got to go to the office and
Mhm.
sort of focus in a little bit more. And it's worked really, really well. So so when I go in, it's like I've got so much music of mine plus all of his that regardless of what I'm writing, I've got something that
Yeah.
that'll put me, right in there. So like when I
In
was
the mood.
writing,
Mhm.
uh
From the
can't
water.
I can't no the other thing I
Oh.
can't talk about when I was writing that.
Oh. Oh,
When
the
I was
secret
writing
project. Gotcha. Gotcha.
the
Okay.
secret project, yeah, for somebody else. When I was writing that, he had like the X-Files stuff for it on the thing,
Ooh.
and that's just mindless
Mhm.
tone and mood and whatever. So I just like fired that up and just was like, it was great. So so yeah.
So you have to go to the library because I imagine at the house it's probably too much distraction, right? You look over
Yeah,
here and you go, I need to
that's
be doing
exactly
this,
right.
or exactly. So it's like you
That's
remove
it.
yourself from all
That's
that
it.
distraction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100%, 100%.
Hmm.
It forces me to sit there because there's no TV. I can't be like, oh, let me get a snack and whatever. It's just, I'm just there. So I went in on Monday. No, I went in on Tuesday, and I knocked out 5 pages of the next critter script, which I mean just flew out of my fingers. Like I was not prepared. Like I went in like I don't know what the hell happens. And so I sat down and I kind of threw a couple of things on the page, and then all of a sudden it was like 5 pages were done. Like holy crap, where did that come from? And I'm glad it got done fast because as soon as I got done, I got a call from the warehouse, and they were like, "Well, we have the big one that you wanted finally after waiting for a year." And I was like, "Oh my god!" So that's what I did for
Because
the last.
your
Yeah,
reward
I was like,
for.
"Yeah, you did it, and you got this." And so the last 2 days, I've been moving the other 2 units into this one big one. So it's like
So consolidating.
a few hundred boxes I had to move by myself.
Yeah, I saw your post about long box. Yeah, long boxes are,
Yeah,
I
long
think they were
boxes. Yeah,
they're the devil's work.
fucking long boxes. Yeah, everything was great until I had to pick up long boxes. I was like, no, this is terrible.
Yeah,
I don't want any of
all
this.
of my comic room is long boxes. Only for me, not that I like it, but I have such finite space, so I have to be able to stack and trying to. Yeah, this is so.
But
But
see,
every time I try and rearrange them, I do the same thing.
even the small box, all you got to do is put two small boxes together.
Yeah, but when you have them stacked and then on top, then that's just it's trying to move them all. So it's an effort either way we look at it.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. I mean, I remember back in the day, I had long boxes. It was funny. My whole bedroom became a comic collection.
Hmm.
Like normal people have like a bed and a desk and a dresser and like, things in the bedroom. My comic collection got to a point where there was a bed and there
No,
was tables of
boxes.
comics. Like I
Yeah.
was essentially a Comic Con in my bedroom.
Oh, Lord.
I all the furniture moved out, and there was a bed and just
Mhm.
hundreds of
Yeah.
boxes. It was nonsense. It was nonsense, and it was all long boxes, back in the
Mhm.
day. But I wasn't moving anything; it was just all sitting there, so it didn't matter. But once you start to realize that you have to move things, it's like no, no, this is
Yeah,
terrible.
I need to do. I've been seriously trying to think about how I can reorganize to do a better organizational process of doing that, but
Hmm.
a lot of it involves money. So I
Oh
may
yeah,
just fight with the long boxes for a little while longer because, you know, yeah, I think mine is going to be a two-prong. Mine is weeding out.
yep,
I do
yep,
need
yep,
to
yep,
do some serious weeding and reduce it down. Then
yep,
it would be like, okay, now I need to invest
yep.
in actually doing. But yeah, that's time and money. So yeah.
Exactly right. Which has been
So
my last
really
2 days.
a hot mess for a little while longer.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Time and money has been my last 2 days. I had to buy two new shelving units. I
yep.
had to buy. Well, I now have like 40 boxes of space.
Okay.
Uh, because of the two units, which is great.
Hmm.
But then I had to go buy more short boxes. So I had,
Yeah.
I only bought like
Yeah.
10 today because that's going to hold me. But just over time, I got to keep buying those boxes and fill all that up. But it gave me a lot of space to build into and work into, which is cool. And
Is
then
it is it about the same size? Like I can mentally see the space over at Jesse's old place, and so is it like
kind of, but it's not that long. It's just a 10 by 20
okay?
zone, but it's the
Yeah,
same idea. You know,
same idea.
if you walk in and you saw like the shelving on the, you know, on the sides or whatever. So I have all the shelving down the sides, but then it sort of turns. So it's like an
Mhm.
L, and the L sort of builds a wall so that I can put things behind it, like all the trade paperback boxes and stuff
Okay.
that don't need to be on shelves. I can just sort of hide them back behind this wall, so that when you walk in, it still looks kind of clean. And then on the other side, it's going to be set up so that we'll have tables there, so
Mhm.
that we can do shipping in
Yep.
there, and I don't do all the shipping at my house anymore. Like I can get everything out of here and take it to there and just ship, because there's internet down there too, so I can have the computer
Oh, okay,
running and
cool.
stuff. So we can
Yeah.
do shipping down there, which means it'll make it easier to hire somebody to help me. Like this is all
You'll have your
proper.
actual fulfillment row and everything else you need
Yeah,
to do.
off
Cool.
it's fulfillment infrastructure building, to do all of this. So yeah, I still have to kind of get it cleaned up,
Mhm.
because I was just focused on like getting it out. But it's about 50% done, and
Yeah.
next couple of days I'll finish it up. But
Greg, I completely 100% feel your pain. That's about
mhm.
where my husband and I are. Yeah. We're kind of in the same zone. And it wasn't until I was doing something else that I realized I have a serious comic problem. Holy crap. My name is Shawnee. I have an addiction to comics.
Yeah,
So
it happens.
it does.
It
And I
happens.
figure there are worse
I,
things I could have a problem with.
For
So I
sure.
figure
Yeah. I've been going through my stuff. Like somebody was talking about nighttime reading right here. I've been just going through my collection that I haven't read in forever.
Mhm.
Um, and it's all just down. My collection went from like 100 long boxes to like a dozen short boxes just over the
Mhm.
years. It's just, I had to sell it off, and now I kick myself in the ass because what's happened over the last decade. I mean, I'm like, oh my God. But I didn't have a choice. I had to do it. I had to downsize. I had to move.
Yeah.
I had to do all these things. So I
Yeah.
kept the things that I knew I wanted. And then I knew that there were things that I could bring back, over time. And that's
Yeah.
what I did today. Actually, I went into the comic book store to get a couple of new things, and which I got a couple of new things. And then I went into their dollar boxes, and the first freaking place I went into, I was pulling out like Art Adams books. I was like, what? How is this happening? Because I collect all Art Adams stuff. So I found a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't have, and for $1. And so that was fun. And I saw that they had sold, they had 10 copies of Critter. I don't know what the ratio was. I don't know if they had like 5 and 5 of the two covers or what, but they only, of the 10, they only had 7, or they only had 3 left. They had 1 regular cover and 2 of the McKay covers. So it had sold really well.
That's
And
awesome.
then, yeah. And then I was on a show last night where we were talking about how this is a third printing of the series going into retail, and it still had a really high, nearly 2,000 print run. And then there were stores that came into that chat last night, and they were like, dude, this is selling like it's a brand new thing on the rack. Like no one had ever seen it before. And I was like, awesome. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So, hopefully it maintains as issue 2 should be out very soon in the next couple of weeks. And it'll come out every other month. So, hopefully it'll
Well, I think,
maintain that as it goes.
yep. Well, honestly, I think it's true. I think honestly, you are probably reaching people that have never experienced it before. So it really is a brand new audience, which is amazing. So
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. So expanding and doing that, and yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
fingers crossed that it continues on.
oh, it's continuing. It's
Mhm.
continuing. I just, my hope is that the numbers maintain, right? I don't want
Yes.
to see like a big fall off, because,
Yeah.
AP has been really great with me, and I want it to be successful for them.
Mhm.
Because I was talking to Brian Denham a couple of weeks ago, because we were just talking about stuff and getting him the new covers and whatever. And he was like, "What else you got?" I was like, "Well, I mean, I got some things. I mean, we got the Critterverse. There's a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
Do you want to if you want to do more, I can feed you stuff for exciting comics. Like, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, you tell me. I mean, we'll do it however you want. You want to do like a BDI anthology? We'll do a BDI anthology, whatever. And I was like, oh, all right. So we have talked about the expansion of Critter next year. So the series
Okay.
will continue, but we already have expansion for AP for next year. So yeah. What's up, Terry? What's going on?
Hi, Terry.
What's going on? So that's great. And then that just opens the door for some of the rest of the stuff that we do, which I've already talked to them about. I was like, look, we got this, but I've got this, and I've got this, and I got this. Like, what
I
else
like
do you want?
that they're expressing interest and everything else because that's just really exciting to have
Mhm.
that. So that the possibilities of other titles maybe coming out and being re-released, and
Yeah.
again, more new audience coming through and picking them up, and so.
Yeah, the Superverse swimsuit. We didn't have when they did the first one, we weren't published yet. We weren't there yet when they did the first one. So I know Ben has talked about doing it again, and if we do, we'll have it in there. There is a swimsuit Critter issue though. July. I have the list. I can tell you what it is. I don't know why I'm trying to guess. Oh, it's not open. How is it not open? What is happening right now? Why is my list of things not open?
I didn't do it.
Oh my gosh, here it is. Oh, I know why. Because my computer crashed right before I did my thing this evening.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah, it was super annoying. So July 5th is National Bikini Day. And so we did a Critter Bikini Day cover, but then there's also a little 3-page backup story in that book as well. So there is actually already a Critter swimsuit thing out there to be had, but good luck because those were Patreon books. And you're going to have to figure out how to pay Shawnee to get hers.
Hey, I was looking. So I joined Patreon just a far enough away where when the first perk.
Yeah, you had just missed that one. Yeah,
I just missed it, and then the universe aligned, and about a couple of years down the road, all of a sudden, you actually had one on the doghouse, and I managed to snag it. So I actually have all the Patreon covers. So yes, trying to pry that from my little fingers, not happening. The universe granted that to me. I'm keeping it. Thank you very much.
Let's see where. Where would that have gone?
Uh-oh.
I don't even know where my files.
Losing things and finding things.
Yeah, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. I was going to try and bring up the cover and show everybody what they're looking for, but I don't know what the hell I did with it.
Computer crashes will do that.
Well, I know that there's I know that there was I put them somewhere. I mean, obviously, but I put them somewhere like, but sometimes I forget where I put them. It's not, see, there should be like a Bikini Day thing somewhere. Let's do this. Let's do a search. Let's just do a search for bikini and see what files decide to pop up.
This could be interesting.
And then we'll see what happens. But I've consolidated all of this. Yeah, there it is. I knew. Oh, see, there's a Bikini Day folder. I just don't know where this folder is. So
you tucked it away safely, and then you took the folder away, and now you don't know where it is.
Yeah, I don't know where the folder goes. I have no idea where this folder is. It's showing me it just on its own, but I don't know where it is in the thing. That's ridiculous. Why? Well, it's got to be. Oh, maybe it's in other things. Is it in other things? No, it's not there.
No? Miscellaneous? No.
I don't know where this is. This is dumb. Is it here? No. Stupid. Stupid. Whoops. All right. So I do have this that we can pop up here, though. There we go. I know that was some amazing. That was some amazing radio there, right, guys? Just watching me look for files. So here it is. There's the Bikini Day file right
There it is.
Now there's a Bikini Day version of this by itself that is just her swimming. That was done on Kickstarter. We did like 50 sets. There was like a regular and a foil version. So there's those out there. Yeah. And then there's the Patreon version, which has the shark, because the shark was part of Shark Awareness Week.
Yep.
And so we dropped the shark in. And this was MR Gunn's first ever cover for us as well. So
that's right. Yeah.
So that was the start of a whole lot of things that we were doing back in the olden days of 2020. Sharks. Sharks, man. Sharks. So yeah. So And for those that don't know, if you're part of Patreon, every 6 months you get one of those variant covers just sent to you. It's just our thank you for being a member for 6 months. You guys all got one this year. You got the Critter leg lamp homage to A Christmas Story. That was this year's, or not this, that was the end of last year's one. So the next one will be shipping out in July. And yeah,
I have to laugh at myself because the first time I got one, because I order things and everything else, but I got the package and I'm going, I don't recall ordering what and then it wasn't until I actually opened it, I'm like, oh, that's right.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
But it was a happy surprise. It was like Christmas, and I didn't realize. So
yeah.
It's not my birthday, but it kind of was. It's my unbirthday, so what's that?
It's Christmas in February.
Christmas in February.
That's how it works. It's fine.
It's all
fine. It's fine. It's fine. So is everybody here a backer of the campaign? Have you all pledged to the campaign? This is
a lot of yeses out there.
This is your warning here, because we're going to do our raffle tonight for the 9 copies of the line art cover by Jose Luis. 9 copies. We're going to give them away tonight, but you have to be a backer to win.
That means I have.
So this is this is your heads up. Anywhere you're watching, the link to the campaign is in the description. So go click on the link, go back it. We're not doing it right now, but we're going to get there soonish. So go back it, get it done. And then you'll have a chance. Terry's going to go back. Beautiful. Thank you, Terry. Go do the thing. Make yourself eligible. Last time we did this for Critter, we ended up doing raffles twice. So if things continue on, we will definitely have an opportunity for a second one, just like we did last time. Like we said before, we've unlocked 4 stretch goals. We've got a couple of Bun Leung magnets. These are free to you for pledging for physical copies of the book. You get the trading card automatically. And then we are adding a pinup by Terry Parr, who is also doing the Pillow Fight cover. So he's going to do a pinup that will be added into the book as well. But you guys get to vote on that. That's the other thing you get to do if you're a backer. You get to vote on who you want him to draw. Currently, Critter is winning. There are votes for some of the other characters as well. So if you go into the updates, you'll see it'll say stretch goal number 4. And then you can vote in that thread, and you can vote through Sunday. You don't have to vote tonight, but you can vote through Sunday. But if you're thinking about it right now, just go vote. Just go do it. Make it happen. Do it.
Freddie wants a schoolgirl.
Do it. Do it. Yeah, it's always interesting to see who people vote for. Albert, you need to go. I know, Albert, you need to go vote.
Yep.
I know you need to vote, Albert. Trish has now pledged.
Nice.
So now Trish and Mike have double the chances to win.
Dun, dun, dun. But I liked Albert's enthusiasm. He's like, yeah, if you go back it some more.
That's right. Back it some more. Back some more. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, go. Yeah, be sure you vote. Be sure you vote. Trish is getting a pin. Yeah, I know she was talking about the pins earlier, so that's cool. Get yourself a pin. Awesome stuff. Yeah, there are pins available, folks. There are pins available. I guess we could look at the campaign a little bit too, so people
we can do that.
See what the hell is going on. What is this thing you're talking about? I don't know.
There's some crazy thing about some crazy characters with some art stuff.
Yeah, this is something. It's something. It's something. We won't bog you down with looking at it, guys, but we'll show you what's going on quickly here. If you got any questions, you can ask before you pledge, or if you want to add anything on, or whatever. Whatever.
Trish is the queen of the swag. She does like it.
So we have 225 backers, guys. We are over $15,000. It's been crazy. You never really know what is going to happen on a campaign,
especially with the BDI campaign.
Yeah, all you can really hope for is that you can have some consistency to it. So here is the campaign.
Ta-da!
225 backers, 15,340. Guys, we just got started, really. This is day 5 that we're starting right now. And we're already just blasting through stretch goals way ahead of the game here.
Yep.
Again, I'm not gonna bore you just focusing on this, but if anybody has questions about
the love for Critter that we're seeing there, which is amazing. So
what?
The love for Critter that we're seeing there, just
100%. 100%.
5 and already 15,000. That's awesome.
100%. Yeah. 4 stretch goals. Here's the pages, guys. Awesome pages. Omar Zaldivar on the lines, his brother Hedwin on the colors. This book is going to look crazy, you guys. It is going to look crazy. And actually, here's what's funny. These aren't finished pages.
Nope.
These are not finished pages. I haven't replaced them yet. Hedwin actually, I said, look, we just need to get really close so people will have a gist of what's going on. But these 2 are now finished, and I'm going to replace them so you guys will see them. But I mean, it looks already awesome. And they're not even like finished. So it's going to look great. The book's going to look amazing.
Pull your socks off.
Yep. So you can always get in on your basic cover, guys. $12. Again, all of this includes your shipping. This is the last of the FICO OCO covers. FICO, of course, was the guy who put Critter on the map. We had a few covers in our pocket before we went over to Aspen, so we're using those covers. We had one on the last cover. We had one here. Omar will be doing the last 2 covers for the series as we go forward. We have the Joe Chiodo 90s bad girl Critter right there. Super cool. We have Mr. Keith Garvey and our burlesque in Kitty.
I can never go.
Yep. We have Nosferatu. This is Jose Luis and our vampire Critter Nosferatu.
And that's the artist proof that we're raffling off later.
Yep. And we have the Clockwork Kitten. This is what the story is about. So that is her right there. Clockwork Kitten. That is M.R. Gunn. Also part of a series of covers we've been doing, in case you didn't know. Mm-hmm. We have Catpool, the second best knockoff superhero in the universe. Done by Fabio Samao, Elenia DiNapoli. We have the Mean Girls 20th anniversary homage to the original Lindsay Lohan poster by Narciso Sousa, Elenia DiNapoli. And then I did all of the accoutrement.
And you'll see those were made into amazing pins later on down.
That's correct. We have Joel Gomez from Coffin Comics. with one of our bad guy covers. We did a bad guy cover last time with Iron Butterfly. We have another bad guy cover here with Murder. Sanju Nivengoon on the covers. You guys get it, right? You know why he's called Murder? Do you get the joke? Do you get the joke?
I get the joke.
Do you get the joke, Shawnee?
I do.
Okay. Does anybody else not understand why he's called Murder? Let's see if we can clear that up for anyone. And it's not because he killed somebody.
Exactly. Alan's got it.
That's correct. That's correct. It's a murder. A group of crows is called a murder of crows. That is correct. Yes. That is correct. Well, now you know, Jason.
Yeah.
A group of crows is called a murder of crows. So that is where the name came from. Now, yes, he does.
Not only is this cool art of it, it's educational.
That's correct. He does also happen to
kill people.
That's what bad guys do. It's funny because his name came along because of a meme in the old days of Facebook, guys, the early days, where someone it was a picture of, because a group of crows has to be 3 or more, right? So this was a picture of 2 crows hanging out, and at the bottom of it, it said attempted murder, right? Because it wasn't quite, yeah. And I was like, that's funny. That's really funny. And so when I realized that a group of crows is called Murder, when we made this character, that's exactly where it all came from. I was like, I keyed right in on it. I was like, this is it. I'm making this guy, because I had written the book prior to Murder. Murder doesn't show up until issue 5 of the ongoing series. So that's like 10 issues in of the overall series. So Murder came along later because of that meme.
Okay, well, there's your history lesson for
That's it. That's the inspiration right there. Let's see here. Then we have the Doghouse team up. Of course, last team up was Critter and Blue Jay, with a cool little homage to an old Marvel team up cover. And then this is International Pillow Fight Day. We launched it on the 6th, so we did Pillow Fight Day. So it's a Doghouse team up. It's an International Pillow Fight Day cover, and it's an X-Men homage, X-Men 97 Rogue Butt homage. So you get three things in one. Plus you get Terry Parr, who's a new artist for BDI. Did a great job. He's going to be the one that does the pinup for you guys, the bonus pinup in the book as well. And yeah.
It's like, so it's one of these things is not like if you have old, new.
Right. That's right. And we're going to have him do a whole bunch of stuff for us. So he'll be around. Then you combo rewards. If you just need to catch up, we got the last few issues. We have the old Critterverse expansion stuff only digitally. These are way old books. Only digitally. You can get the entire thing. If you want everything, you can have everything. You can do that digitally or physically. We have the mystery boxes. This is the 10th cover. This is our Steamboat Willie tribute homage to Spawn number 10, done by Jason Hare. If you don't know Spawn 10, go look it up. You will understand what we're doing immediately. The mystery box, again, is 8 BDI variants, 1 super variant, foil, metal, something, and then you get that particular Spawn 10 homage. We did 50 of those. That's it. And then the little critter down at the bottom is the acrylic figures. You're going to get an acrylic Clockwork Kitten. It's part of the box. We only do 50 boxes. That's it.
I will tell myself I'm not a big Spawn fan, so I had no idea what the Spawn homage was, but I love this cover, so I got it anyway because I just thought.
Then we have the 9 lives. If you just wanted all the new stuff, we got you. It's all of the covers. It's about a $250 value for $200. Plus, you get a different version of the Mickey cover. You get just the Virgin edition of the Mickey cover. So we have that as well. Then we have the merch. Here's the pins, the aforementioned pins that Trish just grabbed one. Narslio Sousa, Critter on the left, Perfection on the right. They'll be about 3 inches. Nice die cut, 3-inch tall pins for you. We do have the super pack. If you want to get a little crazy, Joel Gomez, 1 of 1 pack. You get the original line art for the cover. You get the artist edition of the cover, and you get the nighttime variant of the cover. And all of that is 1 of 1. So the artist edition and the nighttime variant, they'll be serial numbered 1 of 1. That's it.
Mhm.
So you would be the only person on the planet to own 1 of 1. Then we have the toys. If you guys haven't gotten your action figures, we got your toys. Classic blue, modern blue. And then, of course, you can dive into the Big Dog Inc. universe if you want to try out some of our other stuff. Remember, BD14 is coming. That'll be in July. Jason Hare's already done the cover for this. It'll be exactly like this setup, except it will attach on the right side. So Jasmine's van goes into the next cover, and so it'll be like a connecting piece as we go down the line. So you guys will get to see that pretty soon. Goth Day catch up, Antoinette catch up, Joan of Arc, Shark catch up. If you need to get in on the Shark book, that'll be coming next year. We have that preview issue, and Sand and Scales, we have that preview issue. And then, of course, everything's available as foils and metals, depending on how fancy you want to get. Yeah, get fancy.
And I believe you said some of those, the ones are going to be, I think the last 3 are going to be spot foil.
Spot foil, correct. This will be a spot foil. This will be a spot foil. This will be a spot foil. So you get a little bonus effect with the way that the foils work.
Yes, Albert. You can get them if you want. Absolutely.
So there it is. That is what we got for y'all. If you got any questions, let me know. Remember, this is the cover we're going to give away tonight for the line art. We'll do that here in just a little bit. We're going to wait till Terry gets her
pledging.
Gets her pledging, unless she did already. Oh, she did. She got in. She's good. She's good. Yep. So that's good. So again, guys, if you want to be part of the raffle, you got to be a backer. And if you don't win tonight, there is a high chance of us doing this again
with a different
with a different cover before the campaign ends. Last time we unlocked 2 of them, so we'll have a fair chance to do this again. You'll be attending cons after the move. Beautiful.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for this time. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I was very happy.
I'm going to be at a ton of freaking cons coming up. We're going to do 6 in 8 weeks. 6 events in 8 weeks, starting with Free Comic Book Day. First Saturday of May, Free Comic Book Day. I am returning to Detroit to Comics and More with Chris Brown out there. I've been there for the last 5 years. So I've been invited to go out there again. And then that's May. And then 2 weeks after that, I go to Traverse City, which is North Michigan, for C4. That'll be my first time there. Then the week after that is Detroit, Motor City. That'll be my first time there. I will be there with CB Zane.
CB.
And then 2 weeks after that, oh shit, no, it's the week after that.
Oh dear.
So it's 3 in a row. The week after that, June 1st, I will be in New York for Oztravaganza again. And then we skip a week. And then the week after that, I'm in Albuquerque for Duke City Comic Con. And then there is a very small chance that I will be appearing at San Diego Comic Con this year with Antarctic Press.
Oh, all right.
I have been told the invitation is open. I have to figure out the traveling and the doing of it. But if the traveling and the doing of it works out, I will be at the AP booth for San Diego Comic Con. Yes.
Well, I will keep my fingers crossed because it would be awesome to see you on this coast again.
Yeah, it would be my first San Diego in like 7 years.
Yeah,
since we split with Aspen. So, yes, CB will be splitting the booth with me. He will be at the Big Dog Inc. booth at Detroit. Yes. Also, I've just found out that MR Gunn is going to be at Detroit as well. So he'll be in Artist Alley, but he's going to be there. And then on Sunday, Stephanie Menard, who wrote the Jasmine story for BD13. She's going to come down on Sunday and hang out with us at Detroit on Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
And then, yes, we are going to be in San Antonio, Big Texas Comic Con in October. Mm-hmm. That is happening. I will be down there with Nei. Nei is also a guest, so they're bringing us down there together. And then November, first weekend of November is Akron Comic Con, and I'll be with CB Zane for Akron Comic Con. So yeah. Well, that's where the budget needs to go, Freddie. That's just where it needs to go.
I feel your pain, Freddie. I'm in the same boat. It's like, do I save to travel, or do I go to Kickstarters? Honestly, I get more bang for the buck out of the Kickstarter. So, as much as I love you all and I want to see you in person, not traveling is not a bad thing.
We got messages. We got good messages.
Way too people-y for me sometimes. So,
yeah, come to Akron, dude. We will be there. Akron is great. Akron is great. Yeah, I am in Albuquerque. Literally just said that, David. Literally just said that. Were you sleeping? Did you fall asleep? Are we that boring?
He got distracted by a murder of crows.
Oh, okay. All right. The big three. There's no such thing as the big three, Albert. Are you telling me that Image is now the big three? Are you coining the big three term? Because that's not a thing. Albert is officially coining it. I'm just giving you a hard time, man. I understand. Yeah, we'll be at Albuquerque. There is going to be a Princesses versus Zombies con exclusive as well that they're doing. It's their exclusive. So keep your eyes open for that. We'll see if we can get you guys some copies. But it is a literal con exclusive. It's their exclusive that they want to do. So there's that. Also, we got picked up by one of our old retailers as well. One of the old retailer guys came through and they were like, we want to do more variants with you. And I was like, yeah, what do you want to do? And he was like, well, we want to have something for New York. And I'm like, well, that's like 6 months. So that's no problem. And so we got them hooked up with Narciso Sousa and Elenia DiNapoli, and they are doing a redacted cover that will be debut whenever they decide they want to debut it. But it's done, it's happening, it's finished, and it'll be coming. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to do it for New York. If he wants to drop it sooner, he can. But he told me specifically, yeah, we want to have something for New York in October. So they did a redacted cover that fits with October, and you guys can figure it out from there. But we have one of our guests decided to take a little run with us towards the end of our show here. He was busy selling comics or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, he never does that.
What's up, Shauna? How you doing?
I'm good. Long time no see. How you been?
I'm doing good. Yeah, just wrapping up a show here. Tom, congratulations on your Kickstarter. This is just the results are amazing. You never cease to impress, my man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, dude. This is people that know me know that I'm Critter is my thing. It's where I started. It's what I love, and to be able to see the love for her just explode is crazy, because I tell people, like, listen, when we did Critter a handful of years ago, the first time, we did like less than $8,000 on that campaign. And then we jump ahead to the last issue we did in January, we did 20,000. It's like, holy shit.
And you know what I love so much about it is, like, it's your love letter to superhero comics. Like,
totally. To comics in general, but yes, to superheroes specifically.
And the fact that you've been able to take it as far as you have like 24 issues of this book done, it's like, it's really amazing, man. Like, I'm like trying to get on that same, that same track with Warline, and it's a lot of work, and you've been at this a long time, and just seeing your progress is just like, wow. Like,
it's a bit of an inspiration, isn't it? It's it can be done.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, I honestly, I got into live sales because of Tom, because I saw him doing it. And I'm like, wait a minute, publishers and writers can actually sell comics too. I didn't know I know it worked that way. I thought you needed like a special badge to sell comics, a doctorate, doctorate to sell comics.
Try to make you think that, but it's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the side hustle, man. The world is all about the side hustle now. So, you know.
And we
But-
talked about that. Like it's I wouldn't even say it's about the side hustle. This is just the age of do it yourself. So if you want to do
That's
something, just do it yourself.
It's true.
You know, and make it work. However you need to make it work, just make it work.
Well, I love it because as I'm buying these collections, and it's like this bizarre, time capsule thing where I'm buying these collections and it's like, what the hell is in here? And I'm seeing stuff. Number one, I'm seeing stuff that I'm like, oh man, I remember this. This is great. And then I'm seeing stuff. I'm like, what is that? When did this happen? I've never seen this stuff before. That's super fun. But then, I go on the shows and it's like, I try and impart, I don't just be there and like hustle books, like get the book, get the book, get the book. Like I talk about the book and I try and impart a little, like, for those that don't know, this was cool back in 1999 because here's the artist, here's the story, here's, whatever it is. So I try and impart a little bit of, knowledge for the product, as well as just being like, who wants it for $5? So that's kind of the fun part for me, is it's like, it's a challenge to sort of, remember all this stuff. But what's cool about this, and this is one of the great things about comics, is all you have to do is go through your collection and pull out a book, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this art. I remember this story. It's instantaneous, generally speaking. Like, I remember that. That's and it connects to something, as to when you got it, how you got it, where you got it, when you read it, whether you got it from the creator, whether you got it autographed at a show, whether, whatever it is. For me, I read all this stuff when I was a kid. So yeah. So I was like, oh my God, I remember all this stuff. This is fantastic. So it's great. I love buying these bizarre collections, and you and I were at Chicago going through dudes' boxes and trying to just find all this crazy stuff to bring back to the shows. And that's it. That's the love of comics. It just shines through if you're doing this right.
Well, like you did a show with me actually when you came to Chicago. Like you were helping me on one of my sales shows, and I saw how you did that, how you imparted the knowledge of like those comics. And it's interesting when you talk to like different dealers and stuff and different people who are into this hobby. It's like every comic is also a periodical, and thus it's like an imprint on history. It's not just like, hey, this is like everything you're saying is when you're explaining certain facts about a comic, like this was cool in the 90s, like this is an artifact from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10 years from now this is gonna be a 50-year-old book. It's like it's crazy.
Stop dating us, man. That's
I know. I'm not dating us, I'm dating the comic. We're forever young.
Oh, okay.
Forever young. Sorry. So I got a book about my naked grandpa.
Yeah, I know. You guys should all see this. Whoops.
No, it's not my grandpa. My grandpa's not naked in it. I mean, he was naked when he was born, but like,
Oh, there we go. Now I got it. Bloop. There we go. Too many different ways to do this thing.
Yeah.
So I told Henri, come on and we'll shill his book here a little bit.
Yeah, we laughed about how it was about my naked grandfather on Travis's show, because I was trying to get more backers. So I was like, if I come up with a variant exclusive, like a nudie cover, maybe we'll get some more backers. Which, of course, in all fairness, is not what makes for a successful Kickstarter campaign. From what I've seen, like what Tom has done and what other creators on here have done, it's like they cultivate. So it's all about just going back to Kickstarter with something new, something fresh, and just hitting that launch button. And this is a pretty simple campaign. It's just the book. If you back us at the $15 level, you get the entire digital version of the book. You can preview it if you just click on even that picture of the cover or the link that's underneath it. There's a Dropbox link. And at $25, you get the physical copy. And at $30, you get both the digital and physical copy. Okay. And we have some other variations too. which aren't variants but previous editions of the book. And the book was edited by J.M. DeMatteis, who's done a lot of stuff in comics. We've got 3 different artists who have contributed a tremendous amount to the story, and I picked them very deliberately for certain areas throughout the story. It's just a very simple campaign. I haven't even thought of stretch goals. It's just my goal is to just get this funded, take care of that print bill, and then bring this book to conventions and move as many copies as I can.
I like the art in your sample pages up there. That's really impressive.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of great contributors on this. Guys who were working at Image, Marvel. We had a lot of guys from CrossGen on this book. It was crazy. I was like going back, and if you read the bios at the bottom of the campaign page, you can see these guys like did a lot of different stuff. So,
and basically the story is about Henri's grandpa who faced off against the Russian army naked with a gardening hoe and won the war, right?
He won the war naked. Yes.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
It came out last year. It was like John Wick, World War II John Wick.
Sisu?
Yeah, Sisu. Yeah. That was actually a pretty good movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, but no, this is not. My grandfather was not like Sisu at all. He was actually a Russian Jew fighting the Nazis, but then he got thrown into a Russian prison camp too. So he was arrested by his own government, and it's just a recounting of his life and all the things that he went through. And we remastered the book and added some stuff in there, some information that that I didn't have before. It's kind of like the how like when you watch a movie that's based off of like a historical event, and then at the end you see like actual photos and like some extra information that kind of helps seal the deal on everything. Well, that wasn't in previous editions of the book. And so we added that here, and like I am so proud of how this turned out.
Cool. It's always nice when you can have, based on true events, when you have that sort of personal touch. So knowing that this story is based on your grandfather and kind of his trials and tribulations that he survived, that's pretty incredible. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 days to go here. You should be fine. You only need, what is that, 3,000? You only need another $1,300. You should be good.
Wow.
But if you guys like a little bit of the, and you've done this before with history stuff with Yisu Shin. So if you like that, if you like history style stuff, true history and that sort of thing, give it a pop. Give it a pop, guys.
Thanks, David. And hi, Mike. Hi, Mike and Trish.
Yeah.
Forever. Thank you so much, Trish. I appreciate it. Trish came to Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City, and she really wanted me to push Marks so hard that year at the show, and I really appreciated it. She like really likes the book, and it means a lot to me. Thank you, Trish. And thanks, Mike. I appreciate both you guys.
Trish and Mike are good peeps. Yep.
Yes. They're the right.
Supportive, and they do a lot for the indie scene.
So Tom, let's talk movies. What do you want? What have you seen lately?
I've seen a bunch of stuff. None of it's really
good.
Standing out. Right now, I mean, the fact that Godzilla versus Kong is at the top of my list is like, I don't even know why it's there, because I didn't really like it that much. It's fine, but like,
did you like Godzilla Zero?
Oh, I loved -1. Yeah, -1 was great.
Yeah, I got to see that. I still have not seen that.
-1 is great. Godzilla and Kong is basically a giant toy commercial, so it's fine. I guess, but like there's absolutely no story depth at all, like zero. It's like, hey, here's all this stuff. Like, okay, how did this happen? It doesn't matter. Look at it. It's cool, right? Yeah, but how did that happen? Doesn't matter. It looks cool, right? Well, yeah, but how did that happen? It doesn't matter. Like, so it's fine.
Enjoy the energy.
It's fine, but it's
I find that to be the case with so many like films now, where it's like they just like no one cares anymore why certain things happening. It's just like it's like substance for stuff. Is it style over substance?
And I get it. 100% I get it. Listen, I'm a Godzilla fan, so I understand the nonsense. I get the nonsense.
Sure.
But sometimes, and I think here's the problem, right? Because of the way that the MonsterVerse was built, Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, right? They were very, very alphas, titans, nature, like it was very grounded, sort of quote unquote scientifically, right? And then when we went to King of the Monsters, it got a little outside that because we brought Ghidorah down, who's a space monster. But even beyond that, it still had all the other titans around the world, and it was still kind of grounded in the alpha titan nature thing, how nature worked. So it was fine. Then when we got to Godzilla versus Kong, it kind of forgot. It didn't forget, but it skipped over a lot of its story, right? It gave us a whole lot of monster stuff, and the fights were super cool and whatever. But you had all of these things where they were like, well, here's this. Well, how did that happen? It doesn't matter. We're fighting over here. Well, how did that happen? It doesn't matter. We're fighting over here. So it started to skip storytelling and just give you these like bullet points of like, well, you need to know that, but now we're fighting, and you need to know that, and now we're fighting. It was like, we're missing stuff here, guys. There's no storytelling happening here. Yeah. And so when we got to this one, they were just like, whatever, man, just how much monster can we put on the screen? And humans, useless, pointless, story details. Where did this underground thing come from? Why is the ice monster trapped behind the lava thing? Who cares? It just is. And let's go. So, and I know a lot of this comes from me being a writer, and I'm like, yo, write something. Like, please, God, write something. Don't just write Godzilla fights again. Like, write something for me, please.
Put something relatable in there that like just
100%, and not even that, not even relatable per se. Like, human characters are largely crap anyway. Even forever through Godzilla, the human characters,
right. Like all the human characters, like they're
the world building that you're in, the story, why the monsters are there, where they came from. Give me some history, right? Like, I just found out by accident that Shimo, the ice dragon, is based on a real thing, like a real mythological thing, and there's absolutely no discussion of it. It's just there, and then it's fighting. Like, tell me what that is. Like, build your world, right? And Adam Wingard like doesn't know how to build a world. I don't think. He's playing with toys, and it's fine. And there's been this thing lately of like, because the human characters are so bad, people literally in like Godzilla groups are like, why do we even have people? Like, just forget the people and just have monsters. Just give me 2 hours of monsters. And this movie proves that can't happen, because there's only so much roaring I can hear in an extended period of time before it breaks and something else happens and the roaring stops, because it can't just be rah, 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 rah. You can't make that movie. It's impossible.
I think you could probably make that work in a comic. You could make that work in a comic though. Like,
yes, because it's not loud. It's not obnoxious.
It's not loud. Yeah. Like when Marvel did the Nuff Said thing, and they just had that. And another thing you can do in comics too is internal monologuing to add story to it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That you can't necessarily, unless you have like Sir Anthony
your head. So
Well, Stephen Bissett did a book called Tyrant, which was about a baby Tyrannosaurus Rex. And the whole idea was it was going to be his life story. He's going to get hatched, and he has to survive and live and grow and do all this stuff. So there's no humans in there. It's just the dude. It's just a survival story with, instead of a human, it was a survival story with a baby T-Rex. And so, it can absolutely be done. But when you're talking about a movie, it's just so loud, and it's just screaming. Eventually it's just like, no, cut, take me somewhere else. Stop. This is too much in my brain. But at the the same time, this is the highest rated and probably will be the highest grossing MonsterVerse movie of them all. So
All right,
you
now
have to-
hold on. You got to go back here for Tyrant. I now need to buy this.
there's only a couple of issues. It only lasts a couple of issues,
Like
2 or
4
3 issues. Yeah. Okay. 4. Yeah.
Hi, Terry. Yeah, I need to buy this now. This looks so cool. So it's just about a baby Tyrant.
Yeah. First issue is he hatches out of the egg, and then it's just him surviving.
Holy crap! I need to own this book now, and it's all black and white art.
Yeah, it's black and white art. Steve Bissett, he's a great artist.
Yeah.
Great artist. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I find this stuff in the collections, and I give you the history of things. Like, here, you want this dinosaur book?
I would buy it if you had it. I would just buy it off you. But yeah, I'm heading out to Fan Expo this weekend. Now I know what I'm gonna look for.
Yeah.
Henri has a mission.
So yeah. So there's Godzilla. There's Godzilla. And then the other one that I just saw last week was The First Omen, which I was prepared for it to be completely horrendous based off of all of these Halloween and The Exorcist, all these remakes of things, because they were so bad. And so I was prepared for this thing to be just trash. And it's a prequel to the original movie. It's a direct prequel. And then it started getting kind of good word of mouth. And I was like, really? How is that happening? That's kind of interesting. And so I went and saw it, and I was like, about 2/3 of the way, I was like, damn, this is actually pretty good. They actually really did kind of try to make this feel like it's the 70s in the camera work.
Wait a minute. Tom is supposed to eat everything.
Wait a minute. I'm not done yet, sir. Like I said, about 2/3 of the way. And then when we got to about that last third or last quarter, it's kind of like they forgot how this is supposed to connect to the first movie. It's like they completely forgot a freaking important piece of the story. And so I kept thinking like, okay, well, maybe this isn't the direct sequel because it's supposed to be a trilogy, right? So I'm thinking, okay, they're going to end it here and then so on and so on and so on. But no, it connected right to it, right? But it connected without the big piece. And no, I'm not going to spoil it for you, Jason. But there's a humongous piece missing that was so important to the original Omen. And without it, we've gotten essentially, instead of just a direct sequel or a direct prequel to the series, it's almost like a rebooted retcon universe now because of this missing piece. And there's no way to fix it. There's no way to fix it because of how they ended this film. And so while I was engaged all the way through, when we got to that point, I was like, you blew it. I mean, you blew it. Like, how do you write a prequel and not know how your ending affects the next movie? It's like Rogue One, right? How do you write the ending of Rogue One with Leia's ship, knowing how episode 4 starts? Like, come on, man. It's terrible storytelling. Stop it. So, yeah. So
Well,
it was disappointing.
You know, it feels like it's a result of just too many people, too many chefs in the kitchen.
Maybe.
And a lot of people who have no business actually doing this work, telling the people who know how to do the work how to do their jobs.
Maybe.
It's got to be some part of that. There was a really good show that like captured Hollywood life. Have you guys ever seen that show, Episodes?
Mm-mm.
It's like 5 seasons, and it stars the guy who played Joey from Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about this British couple who had this like brilliant TV show. They get it picked up for being adapted in Hollywood, and so they move to California, and they have this brilliant show. It's like a BBC brilliant show, and they come to Hollywood, and they're like, they bring their main actor who's like a brilliant actor, and they're like, yeah, you're not going to do it. We got this deal signed up. We got a big actor, and it's Joey from Friends, but he's like actually Joey. and he's a complete. He's just completely aloof and just really like narcissistic, and it's really, it kind of feels like you're watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, but you're actually seeing what life in Hollywood is like. All the fakery, all the all the smoke and mirrors on everything, all the corporate people just trying to get the deals made so that they can get ahead, and they don't even care about what they're adapting anymore.
It's called Episodes, right?
Yeah, episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Matt LeBlanc. Yeah, and he's funny on that show too. My God, like he is, because he's not playing Joey. He's being Matt LeBlanc, and he's being the most raw version of himself, and it's pretty funny. It's a good
I caught a couple of the shows and everything else. I didn't watch the whole thing, but enough to know. Yeah, I was like watching him going, "You're really being a butthead."
Yeah. And it was really just Hollywood. It was just Hollywood.
It was Hollywood and that whole shtick. And it's like, when you're doing a remake, they take this great show and everything else, and they made it totally Hollywood. And those people are going, "What did you do to my show?"
Shawnee, what do you got going on right now? What have you been up to?
Working. So, and hanging out with Tom, and so that's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting. Sorry.
And we are about to do, this will be your last chance, guys. Last chance. You need to back the campaign right now, because we are going to do our Spinaroonie. Yep. We're going to do our Spinaroonie. I need a piece of paper to write some names down.
Spinaroonie. I like it.
Spinaroonie. Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to share this Spinaroonie with y'all.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bloop, right there. We have 230 backers, but we're going to give you all a minute to, if you have not backed, we're going to give you a minute to back it. Yeah, Terry, we saw you. You're good. I saw your pledge. You are in the raffle. You are backer 230.
You can always play.
Well, so what is this? Explain this to me, because this looks really genius and advanced.
So we, on stretch goal number 3, we have this trading card that everybody's going to get for their pledge. But what we're also doing is we're going to turn that card into a limited edition art cover. So we print it on matte paper, and so it'll look like original art. And we're going to make 10 of them. One of them is just for the archive, goes into the BDI archive. The other 9 are being given away at random to our 230 backers. So we're going to spin the wheel 9 times, and 9 people are going to get a free one of these added to their pledge pack.
So it's just anybody. It doesn't matter what backer.
Correct.
That's amazing.
Now, do they have to be a physical backer, Tom?
It does have to be a physical backer. Yes. Why don't I have a pen here? How is that possible?
Because you're always losing your pens. They always run away.
I guess. I do have like a giant marker, but that's not what I want. I need a regular pen.
But as long as they're a physical backer.
Oh, there it is. It's
at any level, doesn't matter. But as long as they're physical, then we have a chance to win a free copy.
That's correct.
One of 9.
Critter 23, Vampire Critter. There we go. Okay. Okay. It's all right.
All right.
You're not feeling jiggy? You got to feel jiggy. Got to do it. So guys, we're going to do this 9 times tonight. 9 winners. And you'll get to watch the wheel spin, so you'll know that it's all on the up and up. So 230 backers. I'm going to make sure nobody else dropped in without me seeing it. Dun, dun, dun. Also, remember, you can vote on the art pinup that is going in to the book as well. So if you go into the campaign, you'll see the update for stretch goal number 4. And you can vote on which character you want Terry Parr to draw. And we're going to take votes through Sunday night. So that'll be happening. All right. So here we go. I got to get to the dumb wheel spinner thing. There we go. We're going to do this 9 times, folks. Well, as many times as we do it.
Oh, your sound just went really weird, at least on my end.
Yeah, you got all muffled.
I don't know what
There's
it's
your
doing.
back. You're good. Yeah.
You're now. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Tom. Keep going.
Nope, you're good. I think it's because it's there we go, 128.
All right.
There we go. So I got to get into the backer report here so I can see who
Scroll,
that
scroll, scroll.
is. Yeah. All right. So 128 is just says Andrew. I don't know which Andrew that is,
All right.
but that is
well,
Andrew. So 128 Andrew.
All right.
All right. So then we come in and we say
Then we have to
remove
remove. Yep.
it. And we go again.
Diggy, 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 diggy.
How is that possible? That's crazy.
Always a little annoying when that happens.
127. Oh, that's Mr. Brian Magnet.
All right.
We know Mr. Brian. 127.
2 down.
All right. Excellent. And we remove choice. And we spin again.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So how is this through StreamYard, Tom? Well, how are you doing this?
This is just a random wheel. It's pickerwheel.com.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's the Spinneroonie.
Spinner.
Spinneroonie.com.
26. I know who this is. Pledged this week. I don't know what their real name is, but they have 26. They've been backers of ours for a while. I can never remember their real name.
Freddie says the wheel needs some grease.
All right. So that's 3. We still got 6 more to go, guys. 6 more to go. Remove. And spin a Rooney. Why are you sticking?
It froze for a moment and then it unfroze.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay,
152. 152 is Travis Maynard. I know him as well.
All right.
152. Travis. Excellent. And we remove and we go again. 5 more chances, guys. 5 more chances.
Ooh,
79. 79 is, I gotta go to this page.
Scroll.
79, Jeremy Wiggins. I know him. He has been a regular of ours.
Yay.
All right, we got 4 more for you. 4 more for you.
Everybody's like,
48.
All right.
Getting some early folks.
Mm-hmm.
48, Austin Fleming. We know Austin as well.
All right. Kind of cool that so far all the names are familiar to you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. These are regular folk. Regular folk. 3 more.
Dun, dun, dun. Ticket. Ooh, 181.
181. You also want a copy of Hulk 181.
Yeah, Henri's going to ship that to you. Jeff Lee. That Jeff is also one of our big backers.
Ooh.
Excellent. Two more. Two more, guys. Two more. Remove. Banner Rooney. Ooh, this is a late one. 212.
Oh,
212. 212. 212 is a digital backer. We spin again.
right.
Remove, and we spin again.
Still 2 more tries.
Oh, it's an early one. Oh, no, it's not. Yes, it is. 25.
5. Cool.
25 is. Oh, Tim Schulte. That's another one of our guys that's been around a long time.
Nice.
Big backer.
All right, this is it. Drum roll.
Yep, this is it, guys. Last one. Last one for this raffle.
Raffle, yep.
Hello. Here we go. Spin the wheel. Oh, it's an early one again.
19. Wow. Still not early enough for me, but that's okay.
19 is Dennis Dunkman. Every one of these has been people that are regular folks for us.
Well, congrats to all the winners. That's amazing.
So that's awesome. Now, here's the trick, as we've told you this before. If any of these people should drop out of the campaign, we will re-raffle that cover, that book, right? So if they drop out before the campaign's over, or if the campaign ends and their credit card doesn't go through, or whatever happens, we will go back to the Spinneroonie with those abandoned winner copies.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
In the meantime, though, since all the people have been with you a long time, I'm pretty sure. So congrats.
Yeah,
to
I wouldn't anticipate any of these folks necessarily dropping out, but who knows? It's possible.
happens.
And like I said, also last time we did a critter campaign, we got to do these twice. So the next stretch goal, which will be 15. So the next stretch goal will be at 17. So the next stretch goal at 17 will unlock a card and a special raffle cover as well. So
Artist edition cover.
yeah, so we're already really close. It's like $1,600 away, and we'll get there too. So that's what we got for you, folks. That's what we got for you.
This is all brilliant, Tom. Like I am learning so much from what you just did tonight. Like this is really cool. Like to bring to my own campaign. Like, and I say this because it's like
so you're gonna steal my ideas.
Yeah, you're Spinneroonie. No, but like what you've done here is you've built a community, and like it's like what you're saying. Like everybody that won something tonight is one of your regulars, and like that's how you do it. You make it fun for everybody. I always look at you as like the guy. You're like the fun camp summer counselor guy.
Here's the thing. I literally am. It's not even a joke because I literally am. You know our camp crossover books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember seeing those. Yeah.
Yeah. So hold on a second. For those that don't know and need to know. Oh my God, where is this?
Calling Counselor Tom.
Yeah. Here we go. For those, I know most of you know, but for those of you that don't know, now you'll know.
Oh, you really know?
If this decides to load up.
Yeah.
I am absolutely camp counselor.
I love your abs there. The abs
100%.
What it pops out over everything else.
Courtesy of Jason Hare. This was all him. He did this all on his own. And yeah, so I appear in the series from time to time. But yeah, I mean the camp counselor thing is it's become fun. It's become bizarrely fun to write myself into these nonsense stories.
And it's fun for us to read too. We get a kick out of it.
Well, that's the point. Like I hope so. Because it's either oh, that's super fun, like that's that, or it's like, what the hell's Tom doing? Like, what is this? because it has to be one or the other.
Oh, Tom's at it again. What's he doing now?
So Greg wants to see teasers of the 200 covers. Let me see if I can load this stuff. And then the answer is yes. So next week, guys, we will do our 200th episode of the Doghouse here on the Comic Book Shopping Network. Where the hell are these things? There we go. The question, though, I don't have any of these set up to show you. So I'm gonna make one.
I need to find a way to
you guys
get
can
Greg,
talk amongst yourselves for a second.
get Greg to agree to be my ticket sugar daddy.
So I have to, because they're all saved as Photoshop files because they're going to be serial numbered, and that's how I send it to them. But I have to flatten the image and make it a shareable thing. But we can do that. We'll show you.
Tom, I'm gonna need to get going. I gotta get up.
Yeah, man. Don't feel like you got to hang around. Absolutely.
No, I appreciate you having me here. I just got to get up in the morning, and I'm heading out to Cleveland this weekend for.
Yep.
So got to package up books and get on the road.
Yeah.
But it's great seeing everybody. Love you all, and thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Anytime.
See you later, brother. Take care. Yep.
Bye.
All right. So we'll get a couple of these done, and we'll show you. So anyway, so next week, guys, the 200th episode of the Doghouse here at Comic Book Shopping Network. You guys have all been working on building up your tickets and so on. So we'll have the raffle. Basically, we'll have the big bucket. We'll pull out a ticket. Whoever's name is on the ticket will have control of the board. You'll have 5 different titles to choose from, just like last time. And there will be 3 versions of each of the book.
Priced accordingly, I take it.
Right. So there will be 3, just like last time. Or sorry, there will be 5 regular cover editions. 5. There will be 3 line art editions, and there will be 2 holofoils of the books. So just like we did last time, it'll be the same setup. There's one difference this time. One difference. Where we will actually have one cover. We'll have the 5 colors. We will have 3 of a patch variant. It'll still be in color, but it'll be a patch variant. And then the 2 holofoils will be not safe for work. So it'll be a patch series versus the line art foil. It'll be standard, patch, and then
Holofoil.
And then holofoil naughty edition. Yes. So there'll be one of those. Let's see here. Now I got to remember where I put these things. Again, I got to find the file. Where is it all? Okay, here. So
there'll be 2 red, right?
So I'll let you choose. No, I won't. I've changed my mind immediately.
Save.
Changed my mind immediately.
With Tom.
It's going to let you choose, but nope, I'm not going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'll show you 2 of them here tonight. And it'll just take me a second because Photoshop is going slowly.
Yeah, of course.
Of course it is.
And there will be a couple. I think obviously there will be 2 metal editions because you said
yes, and so we're going to have 2 metal editions. One is what the hell were they? One is Critter.
Okay.
And one, what was the other one? Oh, one is Critter by Jen Brumal, and the other one is Oz by Nia Ruffino. So we'll have 2 medals, and the way that the medals work is in the bucket there are 2 red tickets, and if I draw a red ticket, then I will draw again, and whatever name that is, they get control of the board. They get to buy a book, and they get the metal ticket added to their to whatever it is that they're buying. You also cannot be drawn out twice in a row. So if I draw Greg De Leon and then I draw Greg De Leon, nope, I'm going to put that ticket aside. We'll draw again. He doesn't lose his chance, but I have to draw until I get a new name, and then we'll put his ticket back in. Yes, exactly. All right, so here's one of them.
I don't want to say fair, but yeah, it is as random as we can.
Yes.
I was teasing Greg about, his number of tickets.
He's got a couple. He's got a couple in there.
He's got a few, but I think it's great. And if you can do it, but realistically, I try to remind myself as well, it only takes one to get something really cool.
That's true.
So
That's
it's
true.
like, so y'all have a chance for that. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And so I'm excited about the 200. So.
All right. So here is the first one, guys. Yes. So here is the first one. Dun, dun, dun. I'll let you talk amongst yourselves as you look at it while I make the next one for you.
Pay no attention to the clicking behind the scenes.
That's right. Lots of clicking, many clickings, and ding.
Very cool.
Mr. Brian Peterson.
Does it again. Very nice.
Of course. Well, here I'll show you this because I can show it to you. Yeah, there we go. A very special. I'll show you the metal edition. One of the metal editions. Oh, it's CMYK. This thing hates CMYK. That's why I've got to change them. Gotta change them. This is going to look amazing, guys. Whoever gets this, it's going to be a treat.
Is this
going
one
to
of the
be a treat. Yeah. Gonna be good. So here's one of the medals, folks. Why are you not loading this medal?
Because it wants to tease us. It's being
Apparently. Oh, it might be too big. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. Should work. Big file, but it's not that big. What is happening here?
It really doesn't want to share.
Doesn't. You might not. Okay, here we go. So that goes away. Here is one of the two medals, guys. Ding.
Oh, nice. Yep.
So you can see that down at the bottom. That's one of one.
We'll
have one of these in the bucket.
Nice.
Yep.
Isn't that from? It's not. Is that an Aspen?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's one of the Aspen Oz books from NEI. Yep.
Oh, I recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be amazing in metal. Yep. That's just going to shine. It's going to be gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yep.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Well, NEI, of course, is just it's NEI, and there you go. But then you add it in metal. It's wow. Very exciting.
And then I guess we'll show you this one.
We get to see the Gen one?
Nope, we're not going to show you that one. We're going to show you one of the other actual 200 episode things.
Hey, we'll take it. I will enjoy anything you're willing to show.
I think you'll all be pretty happy about this, considering how limited they're going to be and how people have asked about this for a while.
And with Greg, yeah, Ginger she's an amazing character, and she's a cool one. So.
All right, there we go. So.
Bye, David.
There you go, Ginger. Bye-bye. And we will load up this final teaser here. Come on. There we go. And then we'll wrap it up this evening, guys. If you have any other questions about anything, about the campaign or any of that, just let me know. We will be back Sunday night for the Midnight Collectors Club, and then we'll be back next Wednesday, Comic Book Shopping Network, episode 200, where you will have the opportunity to get Jesse Witchman's Princesses versus Zombies, the original Cindy, as a cover
Very, very cool.
Super limited. So you will have the color version, you will have the line art version, and you will have the holofoil version, all available for this cover for the very, very first time.
Very, very
And last
cool.
time.
So whoever
There you
gets
go.
those first tickets, depending on what's on the board, is going to be a tough one.
It's going to be tough choices. It's going to be tough choices, guys. There's some really cool stuff on the board. Yeah, I think it'll be a good time.
Well, thank you for the sneak.
Yeah. So how's that, Greg? Are you good with that one too?
Yes.
Happy with that?
Greg needs to chime in. Make sure he's happy.
Mike approves.
I love the zombie under the car.
Mm-hmm.
It's those little touches.
Yeah, Jesse did a great job on these things. So, now that you've seen this, we'll have uses for his other ones down the line, and you'll just have to kind of be ready.
Right. It's Greg approved. Cool. Yep. So we're good.
So that one, the metal one, guys, the Blue Jay,
and more to come.
and more. Yes, there's more. There'll be 5 books that'll have the separation of the different versions, and then there'll be 2 metal covers that will be popped in. And if what we'll do is if somehow if somehow we don't pull the red ones out during the course of the show, we'll just draw at the end. We'll just do a drawing for those things at the very end, and add them in. So somebody will get them. Somebody will get them. One way or the other. Yeah.
They will go to a good home one way or
That's
another.
right. That's right. Well, there you go. I mean, you guys gotta be ready. Be ready. Grab books. Last year's was a big success. Those books have vanished into the cloud. They're in people's collections. They are not coming out anytime soon. So
I think I managed to get. I forget if I got 1 or 2. I managed to get. I know I got at least 1. I think I might have gotten 2. So I was very happy. So
you had to have gotten more than 1. I'm sure you had to have had a bunch of tickets.
Yeah, but like Greg said, he had a bunch of tickets too, and he only managed to come away with 2. So it's really the luck of the draw. It depends.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
so.
It's true.
I think I got. So.
Yeah. So I think that's about it, guys. I think that's all we got to show you.
This was fun.
I'm kind of scrolling through the images that we have back here, seeing if any of this has any relevance to show you right now. But it looks like it's all just stuff we've shown you. So you're good to go. So Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, Midnight Collectors Club. And then Wednesday, the big 200th episode show. Come hang out with us. Even if you don't have tickets, just come hang out with us. Talk comics, see what's going on, meet the people. And then, get ready for
next, whatever show, the big one.
Yeah, get ready for episode 300.
Exactly.
Yes, you need to be present to win, Trish, because I don't know what you want. So when I pull your name, you get a choice of the board. You can buy the color version, you can buy the foil version, you can buy whichever book you want, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not really that you're like winning a prize or whatever. It's you're getting control of the board to buy the books that you want to get. Right? Does that make sense? So come hang out with us. It was a good time last time. Remember, again, just because Greg has all those tickets doesn't mean he's going to get all of them picked. We won't let him win 2 nights in a row.
Even when you were doing like the pretend pulls to show how the process worked every time, I don't think he got pulled. It was like, so.
Oh, Trish is hoping that people won't show up. I mean, that did happen last year. We did have people that weren't there. So,
right. Honestly, I think it's how I got one of my books is because you had to redraw. I got mine.
That's very possible. It's very possible.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah. It'll happen. It'll be good.
Come hell or high water.
So guys, we're out. We're done. That's it. Kaput. Congrats to the winners of Critter 23. Remember, once we get to 16,000, 16,000? No, 17,000. No, wait. What was it? 15, 17. We got to get to 17,000. We'll unlock the next trading card / raffle giveaway thing. And you guys will all be back in the pool to win that one as well. And we'll keep on rolling. We got still like 2.5 weeks of this campaign. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. So yeah, Freddie, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you all Sunday night. See ya.
Okay. Night.
Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. End the stream, Tom.